Hello and welcome to J.P. Murray's Association Hustle Podcast. President of the Murray Company, JP's mission is to arm today's associations with insight and strategy to thrive in a progressively complex and competitive business landscape. 21st century associations must move forward with a little bit of hustle and revenue development at their core. Here's JP.
Hello, everybody. Holiday special episode of the Association Hustle. You might have your own little traditions around the holidays. I love them, and I'm recording this the day before Thanksgiving. It'll probably be out a little bit later, but we're going to be in the holiday spirit. My goodness, we all enjoy it, and we all need that. I've got my own traditions. I always listen to Alice's Restaurant on Thanksgiving Day by Arlo Guthrie. I watched the movie The Last Waltz about the band's final concert, which was recorded on a Thanksgiving Day, a great documentary by Martin Scorsese. Fantastic performance by Van Morrison. I love these tremendous traditions. In this podcast, I'm just going to work my way around plate and give you little tidbits and morsels. Some of the helpings are going to be larger. I'm going to work around it, give you a little turkey, a little dressing, lots of gravy, a dab of yams, maybe a special green bean casserole, whatever it might be. First is, I want you guys to tell the truth. The absolute truth about your business, not kind of the truth. Stop telling lies, and it starts with yourself. Quit telling yourself lies, that your team is well trained, that you're doing all you can to make your business successful. Your clients, your staff, and yourself will value that. I want you also to be the best that you can. Offer the best solution. Develop the best program you possibly can, and the money comes. If you work on being the best, the finances will take care of themselves. Stop worrying about the money. Stop crying. Stop judging. Work on your skill and talent, and that is going to win a lot of the time. Speed. Without speed and velocity in business development and sales, you lose so many deals because of it. And I see it over and over again. Meet and get to know something about the person, the potential client. Learn something personal about them and drop that into your conversation. Go to LinkedIn after that first meeting and connect with them and learn something about their professional career. Get intrigued by a story about them. Look at their bio. And then the wait time between the presentation and that discussion you have and the proposal. What's a personal story or some little anecdote you can develop and drop to them? What's kind of a special piece of content that could be helpful? The day before you get back together to go over the proposal, send them a quick video message. Hey man, I can't wait to see you. Can't wait to talk about what we're going to do together. Scan any content or leads from industry blogs and send it to that prospect. Again, every time you're interacting with them quickly and fairly consistently, it's offering some kind of value. Follow-up is most about helping, and most people don't do that. They follow up by saying, hey, I'm just checking in. No, I'm just checking in because I've got to do the activity. No, actually, I'm going to follow up with you with some kind of value. If they expect that from you, they'll expect that from you as a client as well. And this will enable you to differentiate yourself from every other person that's calling them. And then you close out with this speed by, as soon as you have that final conversation, sending a testimonial without them asking for it about something that you've done for someone that's a similar project. I want to talk about how to be a better salesperson. The number one way to do that is to listen better. That's a quick hack for you to be able to listen better. And this comes from that incredible sales guru, Jeffrey Gitomer. If you want to learn to listen better, take notes. If you're writing notes down, you can't talk. Be concise with your pitch. Make the story about them, not what you offer. Talk about the solutions you provide and what it will result in, rather than your elevator pitch and what you do and what services you provide. Tell some compelling stories about how people used your services, how they became successful. That's how to become a better salesperson. I want to talk a little bit about 2021 and upcoming events. Here's a troubling trend. I'm seeing organizations that are sitting on inventory and waiting to get out sponsorship offerings because they're waiting for perfect implementation and real clarity on whether it's a virtual meeting, whether it's a hybrid meeting, whether it's an in-person meeting. And the result is we're not getting the sponsorship inventory out. And when the sponsorship inventory isn't out, the potential sponsors are telling us, well, I don't have time to decide, or the budget is spent. We were making major progress on being more proactive with our sponsorship inventory and our prospectuses. I recognize that you might be unsure, but the fact of the matter is we got to get something in their hands. Have some standards or some ideas around cancellation and time frame and deposits so people can make decisions. And they can also know if they've got to get out of the deal that they can. You should be able to address the sponsor's risk. And no one wants risk. And if you can eliminate risk, they're more likely to buy. Here's an observation about mergers and acquisitions. I got the sense that that's going to continue to be a trend that's happening as associations might be facing some financial headwinds and they just don't know if they can sustain themselves. So that's going to continue. I think the real opportunity in 2021 is to collaborate more with other organizations or other partners. I've been fortunate recently to help an association navigate a strategic alliance, and the best progress is made when the members of that strategic alliance are talking about the members and how they might benefit, how the industry could thrive, how they're going to achieve some of their industry goals from an advocacy perspective. And when they talk about that and that collaboration, man, there's a lot of progress that's being made. When they start talking about board seats and who gets to decide and all that stuff, when they get away from the member benefits, that's when the mergers and acquisitions kind of come to a screeching halt. It will be a better outcome the more you think about collaboration than the merger and acquisition and who wins and who loses. Let me give you a final thing since we've had a number of these topics that are on our Thanksgiving Day plate. We're going to have to go to the dentist. And this is what I call this is what I compare data quality to, is like going to the dentist. Every 6 months, you need to open up your mouth and look in there and see if you got a crown crack, see if you got a cavity, see if something's coming in crooked, whatever it might be. You need to do the same thing around your data. What I mean by that is check your emails, verify them. We use a system called Bright Verify to verify all of our email addresses. And if email addresses are bouncing or are unconfirmed, it's more than likely that whole contact profile needs to be updated. We're seeing a lot of contact lists where, frankly, there's just been transition in the company. Company's still valid. The company's still good. They're either a prospect or a member, but the people within the company aren't the right contacts. So let's do that data quality every 6 months. To help yourself make a sale at the end of the year, here's what I recommend that you do. Go back to all the people that are close lost, that said no throughout the year, and ask them what might be the chance of them revisiting it now or next year. They'd love to hear back from you. They also might have budget left over either now at the end of the year or in the first quarter of next. I guarantee you, revisiting your former prospects or people that were in the pipeline will be a great move for you to set yourself up for a final sale this year or tee you up for a great 2021. Have a great holiday. Thanks for joining me at the table. We'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.
We hope you enjoyed this edition of JP Murray's Association Hustle Podcast. We'd love to connect with you. Check out our blogs at murraycompany.com and subscribe to our weekly newsletter. You can also connect with JP on LinkedIn and Twitter at JP Murray, as well as the Murray Company's Instagram and Facebook page. To purchase a copy of JP's book, Association Hustle, Top Strategies for Association Growth, go to jpmurray.com.